Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hope y'all are doing well out there. And this is Chris, this is Ed. And we're doing our weekly virtual tasting that we perform here live in person every Thursday night. We call it Thursday Night Tasting Club.
Hooray.
But with the way of the world, we decided to do it virtually as well. And cheers to that, because that means we get to sit here and drink wine and talk about it.
Another week of drinking together, Ed.
Yeah, we made it again. And yeah, once you get to be my age, Chris, you'll really appreciate that.
I can't really understand.
Yeah. Must be nice being in your 40s.
Yeah, I just can't comprehend.
Not a care in the world, really.
Like, I mean, literally, not a care in the world. Okay, but I don't know how you do it. I mean, you know, we try to find common ground, things to talk about, but I mean, it's just the age disparity is too great.
It's terrible.
I mean, I just
luckily,
can't wrap my head around it.
Luckily, we do agree on wine. Young and old folks
True.
alike can enjoy delicious wine. And we've had a lot of people enjoying wine last week. We had a huge wine week. Great chef's table, Thursday night tasting, great crowd, as per usual. And of course, you knocked it out of the park, chef, with all your delicious food pairings for the wines, and obviously the other way around with the wines with the food. As Chris and I spent Saturday morning selecting wines to go with the chef's table, that's always fun too.
Well, it's a fun process to watch. And hey, winemaker Tyler. Tyler just walked through, and he's taking a break from making wine to compressor serial numbers.
That's always fun, compressing serial numbers. Don't know what that means, chef.
He's taking the serial number off one of the compressors
Gotcha.
For the second air unit.
Right.
Although we don't need it today, do we?
No, it is windy and cold.
Windy and cold.
Or cool, maybe is probably more proper. But
well, it is cool, but it's cold comparatively to yesterday, so it feels colder than it probably really is.
April has been cooler than expected.
It's been a little volatile. There's a lot of rain, a lot of wind, cooler weather, but I'm glad. It seems like the last 3 or 4 years we've gone from winter to summer.
I agree.
So I'm thrilled to have an actual real spring that's like this. I mean, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, and it's nice because the yard is not. It hasn't gone from this massive weed thing to then a desert, and so there's actually this. It's this really nice grass, whether the grass is green and lush.
Well, and all the plants are growing at the right pace. You know, they're not just exploding and falling over dead. I mean, you're getting weeks and weeks of things, and we're getting slow and periodic openings, and I just love that. Yeah,
I'm with you on that. It's been a very beautiful time of the year. Although I think probably just about every flower got blown over today.
There's some petals on the street.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. So we had another great week, and for those of you that have been asking for it, we do have family meals back this week. So we expect to see those orders come flying in, because we had a lot of requests for it the last 2 weeks. So we're happy to get that back on board. And we got other fun stuff coming up soon. I guess we got our wine club pickup next month. We got Mother's Day. You're turning like 1,000,000 years old.
I'm 50. Crossing into a big realm. Huge realm.
Yeah, I don't know if you're ready for it.
How could you be?
We got a lot of birthdays in May. May's a big birthday.
Yeah, my middle daughter had her 15th. A couple days ago, and my oldest daughter has her birthday this coming Monday, and then I have a birthday right after
Tyler,
that.
the winemaker.
Tyler winemaker's birthday is rolling.
Levi, our wine guy.
Levi, I mean, it's just huge.
My beautiful mother.
Well, that's always a big deal. So.
Yeah.
Well, that is a special time.
Yeah. Mother's Day and birthday fall in the same month.
I'm telling you, a lot of things to celebrate.
That's right. Of course, they got that beautiful home locally here that they come visit.
They're going to get that little side-by-side, too. They'll be scooting around in style.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't...
get the one with the roll cage.
I'm worried they're going to terrorize the neighborhood in that, because they're a little too excited about it. I feel like they're going to be hauling ass everywhere.
Well, I feel like you're right. That's what I was saying. Get the one with the roll cage.
I think it has a winch on it, so they can pull themselves out of whatever trouble they get in.
Because you know that, I mean, they've never driven anything like that, and especially on those hills up there. I mean, they won't have it 2 hours. Your phones will be ringing.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in a creek down here.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally believe that could happen.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some delicious wine, and we got a beautiful white in your pickup packet this week, and boy, this is what I would call an over delivery. This is from Pine Ridge. If you don't know them, they make really high-end cabs. They have, I think they have 5 separate, like really boutique cabs out of Napa that many people are very familiar with. Back in '95, I think they've been there since like '78. I mean, they've been around like ancient in terms of Napa, but they introduced, I believe it was in the mid 80s, or it could have been it was the 90s. It was the 90s. They decided to do this little blend of Chenin and Viognier. The percentages can change from vintage to vintage, but it's basically 80-20, 20% being the Viognier. And they started doing this little blend, and the Viognier typically is going to be something that comes from outside of the region. They're growing the Chenin, and then they'll purchase Viognier to add to it. So that's why it's not going to say Napa on it. This actually comes from this particular vintage. It came from Yolo County, which is right beside Napa, but they've had it from Lodi and other places, just depending on, I guess, their relationships or what maybe flavor profile they're looking for. But it's really about the Chenin here. The Viognier is more about aromatic lift, and one of the interesting things they do is, they kind of did this for fun. It's become a mainstay, and somms around the globe, or certainly in this country, know what a great value this wine is and serve it, because it's also not just a really great bang for the buck. It also happens to be a great food wine, and of course that's important to somms and chefs all over. And you can afford to have this on your wine list and sell it by the glass, and it doesn't break the bank. And it's a twist off for that easy access.
Easy access.
Yes.
So you take it with you on your side by side for a picnic.
That's exactly it. So
don't have to remember all the hardware.
That's right. Yeah. So even if you roll over and lose your wine, lose your wine tool.
I'm just going to drink this while I'm waiting for the paramedics.
Exactly.
It's perfect.
Helps ease the pain. So
that's a scout secret right there.
That's right. So this keep this. This is kind of it's just an odd bird in the sense that it's not a wine that you'd expect from a winemaker that specializes in cab. But boy, is it good, and I'm glad they've kept it over the years. And I know I had it back at my old mill days. I had it, and people really enjoyed it. And I thought we'd come back, circle back around, and try it again. This is a very fresh vintage here, and that's one of the things that is great about this wine. It really does. It's vibrant and fresh, and so this is one of those wines you want to buy it in the first couple of years. This happens to be a 2020, and that's it looks weird seeing wines that say 2020 on it. I thought it looked weird when it said 2000s. Now I think it's weird that they have 2020 on it.
There's a lot of adjusting to do.
Yeah, that's part of that getting old thing.
Well, I was also told once I turned 50, I can't throw my phone when I can't figure out how to work it anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
Because, I have, obviously, technology issues. And,
you and me both.
I get frustrated because it won't do anything.
I'm pretty sure
it's supposed to be easier. Technology is supposed to make our lives simpler. Mm-hmm. And what it's done for me is made everything so much more complicated than it needs to be. And, anyway.
Anybody that's seen this video knows that we're not good with technology.
Is there a stop?
But at least somehow we get this thing filmed and into their homes. Well, Chef, what's your first impression on this?
Like someone squeezed a fresh lime right into it, and a tart lime, key lime.
Yeah, key lime, absolutely. Also, for me, I'm shocked at how much chalkiness and this minerality that I usually associate with European wines, French wines in particular.
The Loire French wines.
But the minerality here is beautiful. There's also tons of aromatics, floral, honeysuckle, things of that nature. Absolutely stunning for the price.
I mean, it does not, and
$15.
This does not taste like a $15
I'm telling you, if
Napa Chenin.
you could sell that for $15 a glass at any restaurant.
Any restaurant.
And if you ordered say, give me that $15 Chenin Blanc, and they put it down in front of you, you'd be like, hell yeah, that's nice.
That's great. Nice job. I
like it. Yeah, good hit. Not knowing that you just bought the whole bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot going on, and boy, the mouth water effect too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
absolutely
great acid on
mm-hmm.
this.
This is beautiful. What a treat! And again, it makes it even more interesting that it's from a boutique winery that's making cab for a living.
It's crazy.
Expensive cabs.
Expensive cabs for sure. But I bet this is like something they enjoy drinking. I bet this is like a little pet project for them. And I'm sure the first couple of vintages they did, people loved it so much they can't stop making it. Mm-hmm. They probably even if they wanted to, they can't because people would be furious. I mean, this is delicious.
Well, I'm glad that they keep the price down.
It's good of them.
What do you think you're going to throw at this food-wise?
Pickled shrimp.
Nice.
Yeah. We're going to do a little rice vinegar, a little citrus, a little garlic, and a little chopped herbs, a little mint and parsley. It's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, I'd love to see how the mint plays off.
Yes, I think it's. I wasn't thinking mint until I tasted it.
Mm-hmm.
When you told me about the varietals, I was like, well, I got this great shrimp in. A little pickled shrimp, and this time of year it'd be great. But now tasting it, the mint with all the huge citrus on this and different fruits, I think it's going to be good.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
It'll be fun. And the garlic, which I mean, by garlic I mean ramps. So I got some. Andre just showed up with 3 pounds of just freshly picked ramps. So we'll probably use some of that.
Season.
Yeah,
that's
great.
beautiful.
Be
That's
delicioso.
that is a very special time of the year when the ramps are out. And the morels are out too. I don't know if you saw any.
I have. Well, I haven't seen them personally. I've seen pictures where several people have found those. I'm still waiting for my phone to ring, though. If people sell me some. Right now, they're eating them all themselves.
Yeah.
It won't be long. It won't be long. Well, we're still getting great mushrooms anyway. But, boy, morels are special.
That is delicious.
It most certainly is.
Hey, chef, I forgot.
We're going to have our ambiance.
I forgot I have a prop today.
We need some ambience.
So, Morgan, one of our servers, is so crafty and creative. She started saving our wine bottles, and she got a bunch of wax, bulk wax, and wicks. And she's been making us candles for the restaurant. So during COVID, we didn't have anything on the tables because that's what was encouraged. But we're ready to break loose, go rogue, and put candles on our tables. At least for
dinner. Hopefully people won't lick them.
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay if people just stop licking the candles.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a big COVID spreader. I don't see how it could be.
Zero chance.
Anyway, we're going to
Didn't
do
they
it.
back off the surface thing? I thought the surface thing has been debunked.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I've read several articles where the surface thing should have never, like the amount of disinfectant people were using on their food and their bags and things, and they said that in retrospect that the surface thing was never really. Anyway, science is hard.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move to our romantic candle wine here.
Did you bring me flowers, or is it just?
Gosh, candles aren't. I mean, this is it. When you're in one of these long-term relationships, nothing's ever good.
Some nice wine, a candle. And
where's the flowers?
Where's the
candy?
In the blanket.
Good God.
What time's the spa appointment?
Poor Tamisa. How does she put up with it?
She doesn't. Hardly ever see her. And then when I do, she's like, why do I miss you? Go away. Shouldn't you be at work? Doesn't something need to be done outside?
We're all rooting for you, Mrs. Wishart.
especially me, poor thing.
All right, so moving way down the spectrum, as you can see here, we
Thank
went
you.
from light, bright, easy, almost see-through to this dark, delicious red. Now, many of you know Catena, and if you don't, shame on you.
Get with it.
They're literally the family that, in my opinion, put Argentina on the map for winemaking. And Argentinian winemaking continues to get better and better and better. They're on their fourth generation winemaker from the Catena family. And she's doing a killer job, to say the least. Keeping the name, I guess, consistent, proud, high return. Now now Chris and I have bought some of their $100 bottles,
Woo,
and their $100 bottles drink like $200 bottles.
It's true.
Their $10 bottles drink like $20 bottles, and so on and so forth.
Across the board.
They're always over deliver. Now their labels can be very similar looking. So there's just because you see this basic label doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the same wine. You need to look here.
Print.
This little guy right here is the difference. Now, Catena does make wonderful cab, and they're known for Malbec without a doubt. But this is an upper tier cab selection that they're doing, where they actually isolated 5 of their vineyards on the highest points of their vineyards. And these are going somewhere between 3,000 and 4,500 feet in elevation. That's significantly higher. If you think about, anybody in this area knows Fancy Gap, it doesn't quite get to 3,000 feet. So all these vineyards would be even higher than Fancy Gap, if y'all are familiar with that area. So this is extreme altitude for wines. And why does it matter, right? Who cares? Well, it does matter because they do taste different, and they tend to have a lot more structure in these higher altitudes. Which is, if you like your wines very serious, that's probably something you're looking for. Chef Chris and I talk about structure almost religiously at the chef's table, because we're not always, people are confused sometimes, like, why are we having red with seafood? Well, it just so happened that the structure, the textures of those dishes married with that particular wine just happened to be red. We were looking more at how the mouthfeel of the wine, the structure of the wine, rather than the color of the wine. And I think that's why, as you get more into wine, you'll start appreciating. Yeah, there you go. Yes, all wines matter. That's right. Wine, white, rouge, orange, and of course these super dark ones, heavily extracted. Now, what I will say about this, with that being said, even though it has high structure, and you can certainly see a dense concentration of color. God, that nose. That French oak.
I mean, this is a
French oak right here.
I'm so honored to be in part of this tasting, because this is a treat.
So what you have is a plushness. It's so soft, and then the fruit, and there's almost, again, the mouth-watering acidity at the end.
Yes.
And then the tannins. So the acidity and tannins are kind of waiting there. They're letting you taste the fruit, the first half, and really feeling the texture, the tones of fruit fall from red to even plum, and I would say some blackberry, blueberry. But it's like the tannins and acid are muted in the first half of your taste. You're just really getting the fruit and the smooth texture. And then here comes that mouth-watering acidity and structure, and that really gives you this long finish. It actually pulls the fruit almost along with it.
That's a damn fine wine.
$19.
I mean, that is a...
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
And just on a personal note, I mean, this is one of the, from my palate, this is one of the best wines I've had in a long time.
Because...
regardless of price point, it's just one of the best wines, put together wines I've had in a long time.
It's balanced.
Silky.
It's unbelievable balance.
It's silky.
But it leaves you not wanting...
It's got some leather.
You want for not. All the things you want are in there.
And they cascade perfectly. You know, you don't have to look for them. You just have to wait. This is a wine to be patient with, I would say. You don't want to hit your second and third and fifth sips right. You don't want to machine gun this.
Yeah,
This is you let it linger a little bit, and it's really going to show out.
And the reason he's saying that is because it would be real easy to just quaff this.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And you wouldn't even know you're missing anything.
Take that, you know,
because it's one of those wines that can be dangerous because it is very easy to drink.
It's just a beautiful.
The alcohol is so hidden here.
There's none.
I mean,
I'm picking up no heat at all. There's no heat at all in this wine. It's all silk.
Yeah, it's very integrated, well hidden, and wow, it's something that you could really enjoy with so many things. You can probably just close your eyes and point to something in the cooler and pick something out.
It would be easy, but luckily, we're having that ancho chili rub pork belly with this. Fat and spice.
Yeah,
it's going to work.
Well, one of the things that I love about Argentinian wines, they always pair so well with meat.
They love meat, and anywhere you go in Argentina, I mean, you can't turn left or right without hitting a boar or a cow.
Right.
I mean, they're like the largest cattle ranchers.
And they love their meat. Yeah.
I mean, like in this meat every meal.
Yeah.
And I love the Argentinian style too. And you know, like even these, they call them the Brazilian style steakhouses, right. But really it's like the Argentinian style steakhouse. And they do these huge things, and like everywhere you go, you see them. It's like it's the equivalent of the American grill, where you know in every house, every porch in America has a grill. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter whether it's a round Weber or a gas grill or a green egg. It doesn't matter. Every porch in America has a grill. Well, every place in Argentina has has a fire pit with like those rotating cast iron things where they don't cook steaks. They cook like legs and quarters of beef, and like it's a big deal. And like they'll roast them. They'll stay up all night, you know, adjusting the fire and turning. And it's like, but like everyone, like Dan down the street, you know, it's not a specialty thing where you bring it. I mean, like everybody does that. They take it so seriously.
You're making me hungry, Chef.
Well, I'm thinking about digging a fire pit right now.
Right? Yeah.
And these aren't like above ground. I mean, these are like, they're almost like troughs. Yeah. Where they do the fire. And they put those little things on roll. I mean, it's just like, it's such a huge deal. But the cattle in Argentina makes a Texan blush.
This reminds me, my passport just expired. I got to get that fixed.
You do.
Because I could really get down with chewing on a cow leg and drinking some Mendoza cab.
Well, you need a redheaded partner to go with it and make sure nothing happens to you. Yeah. What if you burned yourself on one of those fires?
Maybe we could get the Webbs to sponsor our educational.
Wait, what if we took the iPad with us and we did like
we could film
we
from
could
down
make
there.
It part of we could make it part of you know, ONS down south.
Down south,
but not Alabama. No, Argentina.
Right.
We got to put that out there. They can only say no.
Oh, they can only say no.
They want to think, oh, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
You know what? We need better social media.
That's right.
You two clowns down there cooking beef
and we've already proven ourselves to be great with filming.
Well, I mean, it's undisputable. It's not indisputable. And, you know, what would anybody love more?
And with our 20, 30 views a month.
But, I mean, could you imagine? I mean, we would be up to 45.
Just like
if we were like that.
That's it.
If we were, you know, around a campfire in Argentina.
Yeah.
Getting drunk on high altitude.
Slurring. Yeah, we do these videos very early in the day, just so y'all know.
Well, that's the only time.
It's only safe time for us.
Safe time.
So, yeah, we do that for you, though. Sacrifices have been made. But we could sacrifice and go to Argentina for you as well.
I think we would need a full 3 weeks to get the experience.
Get the truest.
I mean, if you go down there 3 or 4 days, I mean, you're going to get the Disneyland. Right. But we need to get to the heart of what's going on. We need to get out into the.
Yes. And also, you know, we're like one or two people from being fully staffed. I mean, like we could probably pull it off.
Well, and the reason we're back in our normal abode is we're able to film early today before I have to go get Megan because we have a couple of new staff members.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
exciting.
we may survive this year after all.
I got to tell you, every business in our area has a help wanted sign. It's very difficult to find help, and we are very fortunate to have kept the help that we have because they're very loyal and they're hardworking. They take a lot of pride.
Talented.
They're talented and they can do anything they want, in my opinion, and they choose to work here. And finding more people like that is a challenge.
And we still have some holes to fill, but today's a good day.
It is.
We've got a couple of people, a couple of new folks who have a lot of promise, and we like a little hope in our lives.
Yeah. We sure do enjoy serving y'all in a multitude of ways, if not here at the winery for virtual wine tastings, for caterings. We got a bunch of caterings coming up, on and off premise. And
I need to go get the blue van back.
The blue van. Maybe we could. I don't know.
I think it's time to put a wrap on that thing.
I was going to say
O&S catering.
We could, and maybe a couple gallons of bleach.
Well, we got to figure out how to get those birds to stop roosting on the top of it. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. That van has been so good to you, though.
It's had 4 lifetimes.
Yeah.
4 lifetimes.
And I know it was frustrating every time it broke down, but it was better than the car payment.
Well, it never frustrated me. It frustrated Mrs. Wishart because I wouldn't get the air conditioning fixed because I don't care about that. I'd roll the windows down.
That's what I would do.
Well,
my
the 6 minutes a year she's in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! There's no air conditioning. Well, we'll just roll your window down.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Clearly, that's not an option.
Right.
And she doesn't like it when I leave like all the restaurant trash in it overnight. Often. Or, when I haul it. Anyway.
Well,
she's a working van.
She's
a working van.
She is a working van. What is her nickname? Do you have a nickname for her? We need to have a name for her. My little Santa Fe, Fanny Sue, is in the shop today because her.
I didn't know it was Fanny.
You didn't know
Fanny Sue?
Look at her. Does she not look like a Fanny?
No.
She's not. She's no Scarlet. I can tell you that.
No, she's not a Scarlet, but Fanny Sue.
Yeah, Fanny Sue. So Fanny Sue's window does not roll down on the passenger side. And that happens to be where Lisa
normally, or one of the pups.
Or one of the pups, but
we need a lot of fresh air.
That window won't roll down. That's a problem. So the problem's being fixed today. But I don't have a car payment. Although I will say this. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to get a car. I'm going to have to get one. Yeah.
Well, that was our dilemma too.
Yeah, you can only put it off for so long.
The problem is we had a couple of car payments.
Yeah.
We finally
whittled it down.
We finally got Mrs. Wishart's car paid off, and we got Matthew, our oldest son's car, paid off. So and we still have Megan's van payment, but we're a couple of years into that, so it's manageable. So now we have this window where it wouldn't feel like an add-on because 2 just went away.
Yeah.
And so
the time
slide
is right.
one in there. You don't really have to change your lifestyle,
right?
Because you're just replacing it with it instead of adding one on. And so
Exactly.
it kind of felt like the right time. Well, it wasn't really my decision. Miss Wishart bought it, so I just the beneficiary of it.
Well, you look good in it, Chef.
Well, you're probably next.
I'm definitely.
Although Fanny Sue is
she's still running great. She's not going anywhere.
She's become part of your personality.
A window motor is a small price to pay for all that she's given us. That's for sure.
Well, and I drove the blue van for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I miss it.
Yeah.
And there's no reason I should miss it because it's like
you got a sweet ride.
And it is a sweet ride, but you know what? I never really.
Oh, that's not.
I never in my life ever went. Oh, I wish I had a sweet ride.
Right. Yeah.
And having one is awesome, but it was never something I pined for.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I always loved my blue van, and we've had some good times.
Absolutely, yeah. It's gotten us from A to B in B day,
and it's been a workhorse, and so I love it. And we still have it. She's up at the river, but yeah.
You better keep it running or it'll die.
Well, we will.
Yeah, like run,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
run
yeah,
of,
keep it
old,
going.
old vehicles. They.
I mean, we'll
like
bring
to
it
keep
home
running.
and when we close her up this winter. But we'll use it every week or so
Yeah.
up there.
Well, that'll
so.
hold all the inner tubes when you go.
It'll hold the inner tubes,
Mm-hmm.
and you can, we haul stuff back and forth all the time too. You don't have to
I
worry it's
imagine
in
you
the
get a lot of
trash.
firewood in that
A
too.
lot of firewood. So.
All right. Well,
We ramble. Sorry.
now you're updated on our vehicle situation, which is,
That's
this
what
is
you
good
want when
stuff.
you're drinking
I can
elegant wine.
almost picture people like with their glasses, like, and they're writing it down. There's someone beside them. They're writing out. It's like, did you get the make of that car?
Right,
I mean,
right.
like this is important.
This
stuff.
is important. Much more important than this gorgeous high elevation Cabernet.
So-
you want to hear about Fanny Sue.
That's right, old
and the
Fanny
blue,
Sue.
and the blue
And the-
blue Baron.
The Blue Baron, I like it. That's what we're going to call her, Blue Baron. So, two beautiful Napa/Yolo County, and then Mendoza, High Mountain. Hey, I hope you enjoy these as much as Chris and I do. We're
Cheers.
about to drink a whole bunch more of this, and you have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you again.